Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Come on in. Come one, come all. Happy Tuesday, guys. As you are dropping in, drop me a comment. I like to see who is watching with me. Let me know where you're watching from. Hopefully you guys can hear me. You can see me okay. So let me know if the audio sounds good. I am officially coming to you in my new office in St. Petersburg, Florida. So as many of you guys know, I moved from Denver to St. Pete, Florida, and I'm here. Gosh darn it, we did it. As many of you guys know, with moving, it ain't easy. So we're here and we're excited to be here. I am just checking my Facebook group to make sure that you guys can see my live video. So give me a second here while I check on that. And make sure that the video is showing up for you guys. Sometimes Facebook is a little wonky with that. Yep. Okay, looks good. So as you guys are coming in, drop me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. And yeah, again, I'm in St. Pete. I'm in my new office. Still a little bit of an echo because I'm setting the office up. And this side note, totally unrelated to today's training. And today's training is how to get incredible client testimonials, which is so freaking important for your business. But just on the note of getting set up here in my new office, I'm very excited. I'm working with an office designer who's going to help me set up the office in general, and also do kind of like a cool backdrop for you guys, so that when I show up on camera, it looks cool, right? So she's going to be setting up my office. I'm going to be working with her to do that, and stay tuned. Hopefully you can see something cooler than a white wall coming soon here. All right, so I'm going to pull up today's topic. Again, for those of you who haven't met me yet, my name is Betty Kempa. I'm a business coach for coaches. I'm a marketing strategist. I'm a LinkedIn lover. I love to do outreach and organic marketing on LinkedIn. I am an IPEC graduate, for those of you familiar with IPEC, and I am on the Forbes Coaches Council. So that's a little bit about me. My specialty is helping corporate professionals ditch the 9-to-5 and repackage their genius into a six-figure coaching business using my signature methodology, the 5 C's of building a six-figure coaching business. So a little bit about me for those of you who haven't met me yet. As always, if you'd like additional coaching support with your business, check out the link in the copy next to this video. You're able to apply for a discovery call with me so I can learn a little bit more about your business challenges and goals. That would be your chance to ask me any questions, and we can see if you're a fit for the Corporate to Six-Figure Coach Academy. So I love connecting with you guys. So check out that link in the comments if you want to apply for a discovery call. Again, let me make sure that I can see your comments. So drop me a comment if you're watching here, just so I can make sure I can see it. Hey, Heather. Heather, welcome to St. Pete. Great place to be. I used to be in Gulfport. Oh, how cool. Isn't it a small world? I swear to gosh, everywhere I go. Very cool. Now you're in the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina. Oh, Heather, I'm going to have to Google that. That sounds beautiful. And coming from Denver, even though I love Florida so much, I love St. Pete. I love being by the ocean. I do miss the mountains. So I'm going to have to Google where you're at. Hey, Hallie. Ariel's here. Hey, Ariel. Nice to see you here. Okay, guys, as I get going today on today's topic, and for those of you watching the replay, I encourage you guys to ask questions because I want these live sessions that I do with you guys to be interactive. I don't want to be just talking at you. So if you have any questions on the topic, absolutely drop them in the comments. My goal is to answer them as we're coaching. So either I'll answer them during the coaching today, or I'll answer them at the end. But drop your comments in there. And if for some reason I miss a comment, I will circle back and check out your comments after the fact. So if I missed a question, I'll circle back and answer it after the video. But ask away. This is really, I want this to be like a hot seat coaching moment for you guys. So let me grab a marker, my little markers here for the whiteboard. Hopefully you guys can see the whiteboard okay. Today's topic, how to get incredible client testimonials. Let's dive in. Client testimonials of course, is the client sharing what it is like to work with you and basically vouching for your services, right? This can be in video. So you see client video testimonials. If you go to my website I call it praise on my website. I don't call it testimonials. I call it my praise page. You can see some examples of video testimonials, or testimonials can be in written form. Now, why are they so important that I'm devoting an entire Facebook Live to this topic? What I like to say is client testimonials are like gold. They're priceless, and they are imperative to have in order for you to attract new clients to your business, right? So honestly, they are like gold. Now, why is that? In order for a new client, somebody who doesn't know who you are, in order for that human to want to work with you, they have to have some form of a know, like, and trust factor that has got to be there for them to even want to get on a discovery call with you. And really the way to do that is for your prospects to hear it from the mouths of others on what it's like to work with you. It's kind of like Amazon. Think about how we make purchasing decisions, right? It's kind of like Amazon. When you're considering buying a product, what is the first thing you do? You scroll, you go and check out the product reviews. You check out how many stars does it have? What are the reviews that other people are leaving about the product? That influences your decision on whether or not to purchase. So a solid set of client testimonials is really going to do all the heavy lifting for you before you ever even get on that discovery call. And you guys will hear me say this again and again. If you're doing all of your heavy lifting on the discovery call, you are doing it wrong. So don't try to do all your heavy lifting on the discovery call, meaning that's the time where you talk about your expertise and your background. And it's the first time they've ever gotten to know you. Don't wait for the discovery call to do all your heavy lifting. Every prospect should be reviewing your testimonials before you ever get on the phone with them for a discovery call. So that person, that prospective client, is super warmed up with that know, like, and trust factor, okay? And you better believe that when a client is deciding between two coaches, right, they're trying to make an informed decision, they don't know who these people are, they are most certainly looking at the testimonials, 100%. So if you are a new coach just getting started, you really want to have at least 5 testimonials on your website before you launch. That's the goal, right? That's what I want you guys, the new coaches, to strive for. So that's my little spiel on why client testimonials are imperative to running a successful coaching business. That's my little spiel. You guys know I had to share the why before I get going with the what and the how. Okay, just checking my comments here. Hallie is tagging you guys for some of you guys to come in here and watch the video. So for those of you joining today, welcome. We're talking about how to get incredible client testimonials, which is going to affect your business. It's a ripple effect. It's a snowball effect, right? You get a couple testimonials and it attracts more and more clients to you. Now, if you're a new coach getting started, so let's talk about new coaches first, because there's 2 different ways to get testimonials, right? It's the new coach, like, how do I get a testimonial? I'm just starting, right? Or it's a more experienced coach. Let's talk about both of those ways. That's a little light. Let's see if I have a darker. Okay, so can you guys see that? Let me check it's a little light. Hopefully this other marker, you're able to see it easier. Okay, so if you're a new coach, you're just getting started, you have got to be working on getting client testimonials right away. This is one of the very few times where I'm going to tell you it's even okay to do some pro bono coaching in exchange for a testimonial. Okay, so this is the one time I don't typically say that because this is Build a Six-Figure coaching business. So it's important to charge for your services. But when you're just getting started and you're like, man, I really need to get at least 5 testimonials for my website, that's the time where it's okay to do some pro bono in exchange for a testimonial. And I will say, if you go the route of pro bono, you don't have to go that route. If you have people that are willing to pay you as a new coach, by all means, charge. I just don't want any of you guys to feel stuck that, oh, I don't have any clients yet. How do I launch my website? I don't have 5 client testimonials. So I'm trying to give you guys options here. Now, if you do go pro bono, you need some guardrails. Pro bono coaching, the engagement length, right? You need to define that before you start to work with someone. There should be a hard stop, right? So, if I'm just giving you an example, you could say, hey, this is pro bono coaching, 4 sessions, they expire in 1 month. So kind of like you use it or you lose it, right? So 4 sessions, 1 month. I'm just giving you an example, but there should be a hard stop. And you have to set that expectation with the pro bono client ahead of time, right? And say, hey, so-and-so, I am looking to do some pro bono coaching before I officially launch my business. In exchange for that pro bono coaching, I'm simply asking for a testimonial if you enjoy your coaching with me at the end of our engagement. How does that sound? Right? So you're setting that expectation beforehand that it's an exchange, pro bono in exchange for a client testimonial. Of course, with the caveat, if you enjoy our time together, which, of course, you guys are great coaches. Of course, they will. Make sure that if you're going the pro bono route, you are seeking out pro bono clients who need coaching on your specific niche, right? So whether you're career coaching, relationship coaching, health coaching, leadership coaching, whatever it is, try to find a pro. Don't just find like your neighbor who just wants, whatever. Try to seek out humans who align with your niche and they need help solving the specific problem that you help to solve, right? Because we want their testimonial to align with your coaching niche so that you attract more people in that niche. That's what people are looking for. Prospects are looking to see, has she helped someone like me before? Has she helped somebody with a problem like I have before? That's what they're looking for. So try to find pro bono clients that align with what you coach. One last way that a new coach can get testimonials, if you did peer coaching in your coach certification training program. Two different ways. If you did peer coaching, again, I went to IPEC. There's a million coach certification schools out there. I went to IPEC. In my coach certification school, we did peer coaching with 2 other coaches. So in order for us to practice, they paired us up with a peer coach. So if you went to a coach certification program where you got to do peer coaching, go back and ask your peer clients for a testimonial. Now, sure, in that case, it may not be on your niche topic, right? But you can always share with your peer coach or your peer client who you were certified with, hey, this is my coaching niche now. This is the problem I help solve now. You can give them a little of that context so that when they're creating their testimonial, they might be inspired to kind of frame it in that direction. Right? But a testimonial is a testimonial. So go back to your peer clients if you had them in your certification program as well. Okay, just checking here. Okay, perfect. All right. So new coaches, hop to it, right? 1 and 2 different ways to get testimonials. Or if you're charging and if you have people that are willing to pay for your services, by all means. But just don't let anything hold you back from getting those testimonials. Imperative for your business, okay? Especially when you're starting out. Coaches who have been in the game for a minute, coaches who are already working with clients. Let's talk about you guys, how you get testimonials. Okay, so first I want to talk about, let's see here. I want to talk about when. When do you ask for a testimonial? Because it's not cut and dry. right. When do you ask? There are 2 times during the coaching engagement you should potentially ask for a testimonial. There are 2 times you can potentially ask. The obvious one is at the end of the coaching engagement. Now, I would say maybe a couple weeks prior to the end of the engagement. Only because, once somebody's done coaching with you, it's easy to kind of flutter away, right? And then life happens and, all the things. So, I kind of like to ask maybe like 2 weeks before they're actually done with you, because then they have a couple sessions left, right? If they forgot, if they put it on the back burner, right? You're in front of them. So you have a couple more sessions to kind of throw in that reminder, hey, could you provide me that testimonial, right? So I like to kind of buffer so that it's not at the tail end when they're already on to new things. The second time to ask could be midway through your coaching engagement, right? And specifically after your client has had a major win. Okay, so you're coaching. Let's say you have a 6-month coaching engagement, and 3 months in, your client has a breakthrough. They've got a breakthrough. They have a major win. They're so happy. They're still buzzing about that win. That's when you can ask. You don't have to wait till the end of the coaching engagement, right, to ask for a testimonial. Ask right then and there, right? They share this win with you. Wow, thank you so much. You coached me through this. I had this breakthrough. Ask at that time. You don't have to wait until the end of the coaching engagement, right? Because they're in that moment. It's much easier for them to provide a testimonial when they're in that headspace of having a major win. So that's the second time that you can ask for a client testimonial. Okay, just checking my questions here. Cool. There are 3 different types of testimonials. Let's talk about that. Okay. So 3 different types. Of course, video. Okay. Written testimonial with a picture. So you guys, and I have a couple of those on my website as well. If you go to my praise page, I've got some video. I've got some that are written, and then there's a picture. There are some that are written with no picture, just copy. So written, no picture. Now, this here is an order of best video to not the best, right? So as you kind of go down that ladder there, video, written with picture, written without picture, that's best to second place to third place. So that's actually in the order that you want to ask for a testimonial. Okay, so video testimonials are king. They allow prospects to see and to hear another human actually talking about working with you, right? And it's much more believable hearing it, seeing it on video. It's activating more of the senses. They're reading that person's body language. It's much more believable than reading copy, where it's like, who wrote this, right? It's much more believable. You cannot fake a video. Now, when you guys are asking for a testimonial from your clients, my recommendation is ask for a video. Don't even go there saying, hey, could I get it could be a video, it could be written, it could be picture. Like, don't give them all those options. I would just say, hey, could I get a video testimonial from you? Now, if for some reason the client is not comfortable with a video, then of course you can move to asking them to this one. Okay, no worries. If you're not comfortable on video, would you be comfortable sharing in written format along with a picture, a profile picture of you, right? So that's the next best thing. If they're not going to do a video, that's totally fine, right? Then I would ask for written with a picture. If they're not comfortable with a picture, no problem. Then just ask for it in written format, right? So I would move down that level of how they feel comfortable, but I would just start with asking for the video, okay? Don't ask for any other form unless they're uncomfortable with that. Let's talk about how to ask for a testimonial. Okay, how to ask. So, essentially I would say to people, hey, if you could create a video testimonial for me, I would be ever so grateful. Just like that, right? When it comes time. I do recommend that you explain to the client why the testimonial is important to you. Because the fact is, most of them simply do not understand the weight that a testimonial holds, right? People think, oh, it's kind of a nice to have, like, oh yeah, if I get around to it. Most people just don't understand how much it means to your business, right? It's the lifeblood of your business. So, you could tell them why. You could share, hey, Mary, I run my business 100% through referrals and testimonials. I do not use ads at all, which, by the way, I don't currently use ads at all. I teach my clients how to build six-figure coaching businesses without using ads. I'm just telling you guys that as a side note. So, you can tell people, I don't run ads. I run my business 100% through referrals and testimonials. And so tell them, hey, Mary, testimonials are like gold to me, and they have a major impact on bringing in new clients to my business. For that reason, I'd be ever so grateful if you'd be willing to create a video testimonial for me. So just explain to them why, because then people are like, oh, wow, right? They didn't realize what an effect that had. And it gets them kind of going because they want to, do something for you and share the great work you've done together. So explain why to your clients, and then give them the instructions. So this is the key part here. So you have to coach them on, what questions they need to answer within the context of that testimonial. So give them the instructions. In the video testimonial, please share 3 things. 1, what was fill in the blank like before working together, right? Okay, what was fill in the blank like before working together? What were the challenges you were experiencing? What were the challenges you were experiencing in that arena before working with me? Now, fill in the blank is your niche, right? So, career coach, what was your career like before working together? Right? For me, business coach, what was your coaching business like before working together? Relationship coach, what was your relationship with your spouse like before working with me? Health coach, what was your health like before working with me? Right? So insert your niche because, again, we're trying to get very specific testimonials to attract very specific clients to your niche. So get specific with how you ask that. So this is the before question. What was life like before working with me? The second one is the after question. Now we're going to ask the flip of that. When it comes to fill in the blank, what specific tangible outcomes did you get from our work together? Or what was fill in the blank like after we completed our work together? So let me repeat that and let me write that down. When it comes to fill in the blank, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your relationship, when it comes to your health, what specific tangible outcomes What specific tangible outcomes did you get from our work together, right? Or in other words, it's the after. What was fill in the blank like after we completed our work? Right. So you've got a before question and you've got an after question. Now for the after question, feel free to give your client some examples, if you have kept a record, which you should be, of some of their major wins in working with you. Right? So as a business coach, I might say, hey, when it comes to your coaching business, what specific tangible outcomes did you get from our working together? I might say, here's some examples of some of your wins, during our time together, right? You had a $14,000 sale. You landed 5 clients in 1 month, right? So you can keep track of their wins and remind them. Say, hey, here's a list of some of your wins and, please add to this list. Because it's hard for people to remember, right? Especially if it's a longer coaching engagement. So feel free to remind them, hey, here's some of our time together, right? Give them a little synopsis of some of their wins. The more specific, the more tangible, the better, especially as it pertains to your niche. New prospects are trying to determine the ROI of working with you, right? That's what people are trying to determine, right? So like I've had a client, Vicky, who brought in $23,000 in 2 weeks. That is a good testimonial to share, because when someone's trying to determine if they want to work with me, that pays many times over the amount of money it takes to work with me. 2 weeks of what she did in her business. You see what I'm saying? So even if you're not doing something money related, health coaching, relationship coaching, it's all about specific and tangible outcomes. So you really want to have your client testimonials be asking it in a way that people are sharing, like, my spouse and I were on the verge of a divorce. Now we are, happily married. We're planning a recommitment ceremony next May. I've never been happier. It's affected my work because I go into work happier, right? Like get the specific tangible outcomes. Very, very important. Any questions on that, guys? I don't see any questions so far, but feel free to drop any questions you guys have as you're thinking this through. The third thing you want to ask people is, what is your favorite part from working with me, and would you recommend me to others? So I listed their favorite part and recommendation. So plain and simple, right? What was your favorite part of working with me? Because this is where they get to kind of have fun. Like, I loved her personality. I loved her humor. I loved how she sent me a synopsis of every session we had, right? I love how available she was. I loved the group I was a part of, right? What was your favorite part of working with me? And would you recommend me to others? It's really nice when they can close that testimonial with, this is my favorite thing we did together, and yes, I'd recommend her to other blah, 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 whoever you work with. Again, for video instructions, you do want to do a little bit of instructions on how they should send the video. So tell them how to film it, right? So I usually tell people, hey, if you're using your cell phone, just flip it horizontal. The horizontal videos look better than the vertical on the cell phone. If you're using your cell phone, just flip it horizontal, or just hit record on your computer and send me the link in a Google Drive. So give them some basic instructions. Otherwise, if they're not used to sending videos, right, they might not know. Now, again, if they don't want to give you a video, totally fine. That's when you move to asking for, hey, can I get a written testimonial, and can I use your picture? And again, at least with a picture, you can put a face to a testimonial. It's not so anonymous. So that's the next best thing. For the written testimonial, I recommend that you ask them the same 3 questions, right? The before, the after, and then the favorite part, and would you recommend me to others? So even if they're doing a written testimonial, ask for those same 3 questions in written format. when you get their answers back to those 3 questions, you can go ahead and combine all their answers into one testimonial. Much more effective. I think it's tough to just say to someone, hey, can you write me a testimonial? They're like, like they don't even know what to write. So don't put that on someone. Just ask them to answer those 3 questions. And then you combine those answers into one testimonial. And then you can flip it back to the client, have them sign off on the final edit if you want. Okay? So now at this point, you've got your testimonials. What do you do with it? Right? So you've got a testimonial, and this is where I see coaches, they can get more out of this. They can get more juice out of one testimonial. So let's talk about how to leverage your testimonials across platforms. Okay. All right, so how to leverage testimonials across platforms. Okay, the first one, the most obvious, which is what I think most of you guys do, is your website. I do recommend you have one page on your website that is devoted to just testimonials. Now, by all means, on your website, you can sprinkle them like fairy dust across all of your pages, and you'll notice on my website, I do that. I have testimonials at the bottom of each of my pages, but I also have one page on my website that is devoted to just testimonials. Very important, so that you can share that link with people. Okay, so have that one page, and then feel free to duplicate some of the testimonials by sprinkling them throughout your website. The second place you want to use testimonials is in a pre-discovery call email. Okay, a pre-discovery call email. So somebody books a call with you. You're like, yes, I've got a discovery call booked. You're going to send them an email prepping them for that discovery call. A part of that email should include a link to check out your testimonials on your website. And you can just tell people, hey, get a sense of what it's like to work with me by checking out, some of my clients sharing their experience with me. Right? So share that link prior to that person getting on a discovery call with you. I provide my clients a template for a massively effective pre-discovery call email. There's a whole template of what I recommend you guys send to people before you get on a discovery call. A link to testimonials is a piece of that. It should be a piece of that pre-discovery call email. The third place to leverage testimonials is in your discovery call script. Okay, so the call itself, you get on the discovery call, right? You're going through the script, you're having the conversation. There's going to be a part towards the end after you've shared, how you coach people and your program, where you want to reference some of your previous clients' wins. Again, this isn't a script that I provide for my clients, but referencing previous client wins is a piece of that discovery call script. The fourth place you want to be using your testimonials is in a social media post. Okay. Social media post. So you get a testimonial, don't let it just sit on your website collecting dust. Post that testimonial on social media, on your profile, right? So your Facebook profile, your LinkedIn profile, whatever platform you're using, this should be a social media post. Also the stories function. In addition to just posting it, LinkedIn stories, Facebook stories, right? You can put it in the stories function as well. And then give some context, give a little backstory of your work with that client. So you're not just posting the testimonial. You're saying, hey, I'm so proud of this client. Here's some of the work we did together. Give a little context and then share that testimonial. And I recommend you guys repurpose your testimonials on social media again and again and again. It should not be a one and done. So for example, somebody gives you a video testimonial, you post the video. A week later, you can transcribe the video and share the testimonial in written format. A week later, you can take the strongest sentence of that testimonial, put it in Canva, make it into a Canva image quote, and you've got another social media post, right? So you really want to be posting one testimonial or case study or client win on social media once a week, right? But repurpose away. Repurpose stuff again and again, just in different ways. And then at the end of that social media post, there should be a call to action, which is book a call. Hey, do you want results like this? Book a call. Here's my link, right? So that's a very important place. You guys need to be leveraging these. Your email list. Right? You're building your email list. You should have a lead magnet. People should be signing up for that lead magnet and giving you their email. Send your testimonial to your email list. The key is you have to have a catchy headline. You have to have a catchy headline to get people to open the email, right? So it might be something like, how this busy mom landed a job promotion, right? How this, type A executive lost 20 pounds in, 3 months, right? Whatever it is. But you kind of have to frame it like it's a story, like it's a case study. So that's the key with using your email list for a testimonial. It's got to have a catchy headline. But share that to your email list. Give them a little backstory on how you helped the client get to that point. You can repurpose what you used on social media for your email list, right? And then at the end of that email, there should be a button, push people to book a call. Hey, you want results like this? Book a call. Call to action. The next place you want to leverage testimonials is your LinkedIn profile in the featured section. Okay, so again, if you guys go to my LinkedIn profile, you don't have to do it now. If you don't want to, you could do it later. But on my LinkedIn profile, at the top of my profile, so it's under, my picture, my banner, you're going to see a featured section on my LinkedIn profile, and that's where I have posted videos of my client testimonials, right? So if you're interested in working with me, you're going to see in the featured section all of my client testimonials in my videos. But even if you have a written testimonial, your testimonials should be in your featured section of your LinkedIn profile, okay? And I will tell you, some people will, especially if you're doing marketing or outreaching on LinkedIn, which you should be, some people will only check your LinkedIn profile before hopping on a call. Like, I've had clients work with me that never even looked at my website. So it's important your LinkedIn profile is optimized in that way as well. All right. So checking for questions here. Looks like so far so good. So not too many questions. So I'm hoping that you guys, that this was helpful. Drop me a comment. Let me know if this is helpful. And drop me a comment and let me know your takeaway. What are you going to do? Give me one action item that you're going to do at the end of this training. And I encourage you guys to take that action this week. Get some forward motion on this topic. So there you have it, how to get incredible client testimonials. This is going to be a game changer in your business, okay? As always, if you're ready to build a six-figure coaching business, there is a link to book a discovery call with me in the comments of this video so we can explore whether you'd be a good fit for the Corporate to Six-Figure Coach Academy. I love speaking with you guys, learning more about your coaching business goals. I live for this stuff and helping you guys explore how to achieve them. So again, link to book a call is near the copy of this video. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're catching the replay, let me know that you're catching the replay, and I will see you guys same time next week, different topic. Talk soon.